Well, you want to know? Hey, Segro, you got gifted a sub when you weren't looking. You got gifted a sub. So, Segro, hope you enjoyed that sub hype. There you go. Thank you for that hype. Appreciate you being here, Segro. Resident Moon, thank you very much for being here as well. And yeah, unbeknownst to me, today is N7 Day or Mass Effect Day. So, happy N7 Day, everybody. Happy Mass Effect Day. You are gaming with the T-Monster. And I am the T-Monster. It is great to see you in stream tonight. So happy you could join me. We're going to have something of an unboxing today because a lot of the stuff that technically it was yesterday. But, well, the weird thing is that I'm getting notifications that it was today, which makes more sense to me because, yeah, if it was yesterday, that means N7, November 7th. I get the connection and everything. But unfortunately, Segro, I don't think so. I think Jason is in a far different time zone overseas, so they are not here right now. But the N7 sale is happening. Now, here's my question, Spence. Is it happening at the BioWare gear store? Because that's where I followed the links from Steam over to the BioWare gear, and I'm looking at some of the stuff they're giving out, chat, and I gotta share this with you. There's way more stuff here than I expected to be. Oh, I'll get to the shirt in a second. But thank you, Segro. Great race the other day, though. Great race. It was a solid race, and while I'm the farthest thing from Team Red Bull, I will say Checo did some amazing things. So yeah, good on him. But yeah, I was looking at some of the stuff here in the NZ in the N7 store in the I'm loving this. I love the special ops banner. I do like that. Some of the pins are really cool. You know, I'm looking at some of the stuff we might have, Segro. We might have just become bigger friends. We might have. But here's where I was like, yeah, it's the internet, and these are nerds we're dealing with. You know, BioWare just had to go and make it weird, didn't they? And you got the Tali'Zorah body pillowcase. And if that wasn't bad enough, chat, that they've got a Tali'Zorah body pillowcase. I mean, they just had to, I would have been like, okay, I'll give you a pass. But no, they had to be equal opportunity. And here's your Garrus body pillowcase. Sexy Garrus. I don't want. I honestly don't want. I know they've been around. But they had to make it weird, didn't they? I Garrus with the. I'm trying so hard to have an open mind about this, chat. I really am. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Bless her cotton socks, I swear to God. But some other stuff they got in here, though. I wouldn't mind, actually. We already have an Andromeda bath mat. I know there are demand for such things. We saw them. I remember seeing them at Magfest for the first time, and I said, "What is the? Oh my God! Is that what? Do people? Oh, okay. I'll be over here if you need me." But I will say this, and I think Spence can attest, because Spence has been a house guest before. They have seen our Andromeda. No, it's not that it was Andromeda. It was a Normandy, our SR2 Normandy bath mat. I think these would be great. Oh wait, these are kitchen towels though. Oh damn. Oh, those. I was hoping those were. You have not seen. Oh yeah. We have a. So chat. Let me just paint the scene because I think maybe Spence, when they stayed with us, we hadn't decorated as extensively as we did. But we have geekified or nerdified, however you want to do. We have geekified or nerdified our downstairs guest bathroom. And the downstairs guest bathroom has a SR2 Normandy bath mat. It has a Star Wars towel set. On the mirror, we have decals of Elizabeth and oh my god, I'm blanking on the character's name. BioShock Infinite. Give me a second here. BioShock Infinite. It's Elizabeth and oh my god. The character from BioShock Infinite. Lead character. Male lead character. Booker. Booker DeWitt. Booker DeWitt. But it's basically Booker DeWitt and Elizabeth, and Booker is reaching for Elizabeth. This is on the mirror. You're overdue for a stay. But it's a BioShock. It was called BioShock Infinite Portal, because they're flying through two portals. So we actually got two geekdoms for the price of one on that one. And then we have some nerdy bath towels, which these could count, but these are more for the kitchen. And then behind the toilet, we have a decal of a bunch of swords, because it is a throne and it's Game of Thrones. And then on the other side, we have another wall decal that says those who wander are not lost, or not all who wander are not lost. And you see a silhouette of the. Basically, we just nerdified our entire downstairs, so that shouldn't come as any shock there. But I thought these would be good towels. We need good bath towels. We need nerdy bath towels, I think, because I don't think we have nerdy bath towels. I will tell you though, something that caught my eye. I'm kind of digging the idea of a men's tank. And then there was another, it might have been down here. This one, because I think this is what my FemShep is wearing, is the Elite Zip Up hoodie. Unfortunately, it only comes in XL, so I may not be able to pick that up. But yeah, I honestly did not realize there was so much. There was so much gear. I did not realize there was so much, and this is very cool. Spence, I could definitely see you rocking this, because I would love to get me one of these, because it's basically a brewer shirt. It's basically a brewer shirt, but it's nerdified. I love that. That is slick. That is really slick. So let me see. Let me just do a little more shopping here, just to see. Sexy Garrus. Sexy Garrus. Just saying. All right. Love the enameled pins. Those are kind of cool. But then, man, all these things that are sold out, that's a shame. They got some really cool stuff here that's sold out. This, for example, I'm kind of bumming that this is sold out. I would have bought one of these in a heartbeat. I kind of dig this. The Growler. To the shirt I'm wearing. Yeah, I'm getting there. So as Seagrow has pointed out, this was one of the gifts from my wife. This is the Aston Martin.
This is great. Anyone want a hug?
Speaking of my wife.
No hugs.
Speaking of my better half. But this is the racing shirt. This is basically their version of a jersey. And thank you for playing the blurp sound effect, baby. But this is the team jersey for Team Aston Martin. And I don't mind saying it, because I've been doing all these runs over here. It fits really nicely. I'm pretty happy with the way it fits. But I'm also, when I first saw the color of the Aston Martin team, I was like, really? Green? This odd green? It's grown on me now. And I put it on this morning, and I turned to Pip and I said, I think this color suits me. For people who don't like sports, we've been watching a lot of sports. Well, to be fair, Pip, to be fair, Twitch Mom, we've only been watching 2 sports. We've been watching a lot of Formula One, and we've also been watching a lot. We also watch a lot of rugby in this house. I mean, that's really about it sports wise for us. Now, granted, this is going in. This is going in. Full hog. I mean, this right here. I'm loving this shirt. As you can tell, Seagro, this is one of the most comfortable shirts I have, and I'm digging this. You actually met the guy in charge of telemetry for Team Red Bull. That's very cool. That is very cool, Seagro. I would say in this particular household, we are a Team Aston Martin, Team McLaren, and I'm kind of digging this shadow box. Trying to figure out if I could put it anywhere behind me. I don't think I can, but this shadow box is kind of cool. Let me just flip over to it for just 1 second. That's kind of a cool. That's a cool piece of kit right there. That's a cool piece of kit. But I don't know if you knew this as well, Seagro, but I learned this from watching. Drive to Survive. Turns out that that Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc both stream, and I actually sat in on Lando Norris's. Next house will have more walls. Well, hopefully the next if I do manage to stream from the from the South Pacific, baby, I'm hoping that I'll have some depth. I'll have some depth here. But I don't follow Leclerc, but I did watch Lando Norris' stream. He's hella fun. He is hella fun, and man, can he frag some bitches in Call of Duty. Wow, can he frag some bitches. He's off to the left, right. Yep, let's go, boys, let's go. I mean, he's and he is just as charming on his stream as he is in real life. But I would say we're definitely Team Aston Martin, Team McLaren, and the funny thing was, you joined Twitch because of Formula One. That's interesting. That's very interesting for the sim racing. I see. Yeah, I was watching some of the sim racing for Formula One, and I thought, that's kind of cool. And I've been thinking about making the jump myself with the F1 video game, because I would love to drive the Aston Martin car. I mean, I have absolutely fallen in love with Seb. Sebastian Vettel is not only one of the most skilled drivers, but he is one of the kindest, most genuine people. I dig him hard. I just think he is the best. I think he's the bee's knees. I love him. I think he's great. But the thing I was going to say was that for Pip's birthday, I got her some McLaren gear, and Pip got me some Aston Martin gear. And now I think we might have to switch it up, and then I've got to get her some Aston Martin gear, and she's got to get me some McLaren gear. But I'm real happy. I honestly was worried. I was worried that this shirt was not going to fit me well, because the last time I got a team jersey, it was an All Blacks jersey, and I put it on. And I looked at myself, and I was just like, yeah. Now, granted, this was before I started doing all the running, so I was not actually being very kind to myself. But now I'm looking at how this fits me, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I can. I have not Seagrove, so I've got to do some looking online. I bet they're a riot. We just recently though, but that what Pip's talking about is, I wouldn't say it's that we're non-sports people in this house. I mean, we're not really, but I think it's more to the point of we're not gearheads. I don't consider myself a car guy. I've never been really much of a car guy. I mean, I know there's some cars that are real pretty, but I don't consider myself a car guy. And then so when I got into F1, I'm the last person I would expect to get into Formula One racing. But oh my God, do I love it! I've had so much fun following Formula One. It's been ridiculous, and I just dig it. I dig it. Oh, I was sitting here this whole time, and I never did say I was going live on Twitch or on the Instas. Hey, Pip, is my phone upstairs? Because I think I left my phone upstairs. Give me 1 second, everybody. Oh, it can be a major soap opera. You're absolutely right there, and I think that's why Drive to Survive has flourished as it has on Netflix. Because there is a lot of, I mean, hell, look at what's going on right now between not just Bottas and Hamilton, but between Hamilton and Verstappen. I mean, Hamilton's trying to get his record-breaking seventh world championship title, and Verstappen is out to get his first. And then you've got Red Bull trying to get trying to snag the title from Mercedes. Now, here's the way I look at them. And I put this in American terms. The main reason I'm not the biggest fan of Red Bull, Team Red Bull, is because they literally are the New York Yankees of they're the New York Yankees of Formula One. Because I remember, and this is how, and this is where I come from it. It goes back to a little story with my dad. So, my dad knew that I was never big into sports. God love him, and I remember one time he said to me, he said, Dad, or no, my dad said to me, hey T, I got 2 tickets to an Orioles game. Would you like you like to come with me? And I said, Dad, I'd love to. And he was kind of surprised. He said, T, you don't follow baseball. I said, no, but it's an afternoon with you. And we're going to, we're going to Camden Yards. So, and at that time, I'd only been to Camden Yards once. And I saw it when it was off season, and I saw it from the VIP lounge, and snow had covered the field, and I was just like, I bet this is a great place to watch a ball game. And I was going to have an afternoon with my dad. And we had a blast. We had an absolute blast. But it was I remember the game. It was the O's versus the New York Yankees. And I'm looking at the lineup, and I said, Dad, I don't even follow baseball, and I know every name on that scoreboard. And my dad nodded and said, New York Yankees, son. Best team money can buy. And that was when I started, finding out about how the New York Yankees is run as an organization, and how other teams couldn't compete because favorite rugby 7 or 15. Oh, we're 15s. We're a 15 family. We will watch 7s, but I'm all about the 15s. I've seen the All Blacks play in Dunedin, Chicago. Let's see. There's a third game I've seen in there somewhere. Oh, and then of course we had the Yankees. That's another good analogy. But that's why I'm not a big fan of Red Bull. But if Red Bull is the New York Yankees of Formula One, that would mean Mercedes. Mercedes is most definitely they're the Dallas Cowboys of Formula One. And you're absolutely right, Segro. They are definitely a gateway team. But I like pulling for underdogs, and I know that Aston Martin is they're a brand new team, and certain hardcore fans go, well, Aston Martin's never really. Well, no, Aston Martin has been involved in Formula One, but they never had a team of their own. And I do love the fact that they got Vettel on board, and I'm stoked. I'm stoked that in their first year as a team. There's a little bit of Formula One thing here. First year as a team, and they already got a podium. First year as a team, and they got a podium. That ain't too shabby. And when it comes to overtakes, it's 3 drivers: Vettel, Ocon, and Stroll. So basically, in positions 1 and 3 for overtakes, this season is dominated by Aston Martin. That's not too damn. That's not too damn shabby. That is not too damn shabby for a brand new team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm now the other reason I'm Team Aston Martin. Pretty obvious. I'm a Bond fan. I love me some James Bond. My favorite of all the cars. You know, for a while during the Roger Moore years, he was driving Lotus Esprits. For a while, he was also driving. I think during the Brosnan years, he was driving BMW. But the minute Craig came in, they brought him back to the DB5. And there's this one one of many, but there was this one amazing scene near the opening of I'll get to that in a moment. But there was this one amazing scene at the very beginning of No Time to Die, where Bond thinks the girlfriend has betrayed him, right? And he's just sitting there. He's sitting there. And she's screaming at him to do something. You know, she's screaming at him to do something. And meanwhile, their car is getting pummeled with bullets, just being worn down. And he looks at her, and she sees the anguish in her eyes, and he goes, "Okay." And he turns on the car, and then he flips a switch, and that's when you see the Bond's Aston Martin headlights go, and then the guns come out, and he just starts doing donuts, and like, I mean, it was nuts. And I'm like, this is why I'm Team Aston Martin. This is why I'm Team Aston Martin. And there was a great behind the scenes video of Vettel and Stroll, and they were actually given the classic Aston Martin DB5, and they were doing donuts. And they were going, "Wow, this looks a lot easier on the screen," which I thought was pretty cool. Real quick, everybody, I did want to say Dune was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely loved it. You know, I've been thinking about it, been processing the whole movie, and if I could pick one standout performance, I would say it was Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem played Stilgar, the leader of the Fremen people, and he was amazing. He was absolutely amazing in the role, and I really enjoyed his performance. It was all part of what's felt like it'd been a really intense couple of weeks. A week before we had my birthday. We had the 12-hour investigation of Crescent State Penitentiary. The royal we went out to dinner with friends on Friday. Saturday, that belonged to Sonny. We took Sonny to a college visit. I mean, and then the following week, I thought was going to be kind of an easy, but then we went to go see Dune on IMAX on its last night on IMAX, which was worth it because when you see it on the big screen, it's amazing. When you see it on IMAX, it's absolutely jaw-dropping. There was a lot of other stuff that was going on. I was planning to do some streaming Saturday, but then I got my 5G upgrade. I got the booster shot, other arm. Like Big Bird, my arm is still a little sore. It's a little swollen, but you know what? I got the booster. And while all this was going on, a lot of the stuff that was either ordered for my birthday, or in the case of this shirt, what Pip ordered for my birthday, was starting to trickle in. So it was after my birthday, a lot of these presents arrived. This is one of them. Pip also got me a really nice Aston Martin shirt that had a logo that had SV for Sebastian Vettel, because I do like me some Lance Stroll, but I'm more of a Seb. I'm more of Team Seb. So I got that, and then of course I got a nice Sebastian Vettel racing cap, which is nice because on the inside of the rim it's the German flag. So now all I need is the car. Exactly, Seagro. That's all I need. But then, and I'll go on ahead and quickly switch over to the cat cam, because that's probably the easiest way to show everybody. But if I hop over to the cat cam, you'll see that all of this stuff arrived as well. And this is the unboxing. This is the unboxing portion of tonight's tonight's stream. Doing a little unboxing stream because I did get a lot of gift cards and And I did make it. I did make it very clear. I wanted cash from people, or just basically, stuff like that. Because, as you all have seen on my, yeah, I know it was a good P7, wasn't it, for Vettel? It's been a good race. Like I was saying, Mika. Oh, and Segro, Mika Segro. Mika is also a big Formula One fan in this community as well. So you two will have plenty to talk about here. But I just thought you'd dig this though, Mika. I didn't know how long you'd been in stream, but this is the shirt, one of the shirts that Pip got me, and I'm telling you, it's nice. It's super nice. J.R. Beasley, hey, how you doing? But what I was going to say is that I was asking for gift cards and gift visas from people because my parents and my in-laws, they wanted to know, what does T want for his birthday? And I mean, as you all have seen on my page, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring up the page real quick so that you all can see it. We have been doing, that's the other thing that's been happening. Nerd. I know, right? But as you may have noticed on the stream, we did a little bit of rearranging and cleaning up, and you'll notice that now, along with the teaser for Old Spirits and of course our weekly schedule, you'll see I've got something up here for Ritual Motion, something for Gnarly Nerd, and of course I've got my Amazon wish lists and my Ghost Stop wish list. So these are just some of the things that I've been working on for the past 2 weeks, just to give the channel something of a nip tuck, make sure that everything is looking right. You'll also notice, for those of you who are in tier 1 and tier 2, we have some new emotes. And you'll also notice that I have retired the Twitch Dad emote. It has been replaced by a Kiwi of War. But instead of the Kiwi of War saying boy, it's saying bro. And that is your new tier 3 emote dedicated to my wife of awesome, Pip Valentine. See, there you go. There you go. But you'll notice that hype, the hype one here, and of course you've got the Ghost Cat here and the bro, the Kiwi of War. All three of these are done by Denise Lamon of Candy Cane Studios. And Denise has done some amazing work for me. Eventually, she's going to redo all of my emotes. Not only did she do these 3 for me, but she's also done some Christmas emotes that will be coming, and you'll see those very, very soon. But I did want to point out that, yeah, this was what I was telling folks: either an Amazon gift card or a generic Visa gift card, because I wanted to make some investments at Ghost Stop. And that is what we're looking at today. So, first thing is from Amazon, suggested by my buddy Phil. I now have a 30,000 milliamps. I believe that's but it's basically a power bank. So I've got a power bank. Oh yeah, go ahead and post. Well, you have that right, Spence, as a mod. So please feel free to do so. I would love that. That would be ducky. So go on ahead and do that, please. Thank you very much. So anyway, yeah, I got a power bank because one of the things, I know you're just checking, but you also have, as I was saying earlier, Spence, you have certain advantages and privileges as you're wielding the sword. So I just want you to know. But I basically got this power bank because this was one that Phil recommended. He was using this on the Crescent trip, and it was working really, really well for him. And and I wanted to make sure that that I picked that up, because that was one of the problems I was having at Crescent, was that all of my devices, namely my phone, were conking out, so I couldn't stream, and that was kind of a bummer. Okay. Next is from Ghost Stop proper. They actually have their own branded boxes, so there you go. And I just think I should point this out. I've been dealing with Ghost Stop all summer long, And it wasn't until last month that I figured out that this was a play on GameStop. That's on me. I'm sometimes like Sebastian. I am delightfully dim. Ask my wife. She will tell you. All right. So what have we got in here? What have we got in here? Let's see. I mean, I know what I have in some of these things, but as I believe in this one, I have a replacement item. And I'm going to go into that in just a moment. I'm actually going to save the box because the box is also very cool. All right, so let's see. Gently opening it. Yep. Oh, wow. Oh, they didn't have to do that. They sent me one of these as well. Wow. Okay. That was very kind of them. A brand new Flux. Now, for those of you who have the tier 1 subs, this should look familiar to you. This is what you see for the hype, the hype emote. The hype emote is basically a Flux 2, and it's going off, and of course it says hype, and that was a nice little touch from Denise. She did a really nice job. I really did not expect them.
This is great.
Oh,
Anyone want a hug? No hugs.
thank you for that, Twitch Mom. Appreciate that. But I did not know they were also going to send me this. They've also sent me another cable. The cable is fine, and I appreciate them doing that. Just see if they... Oh, it's been repaired. Any other issues, please let us know. Amber. Wow. They repaired it. They repaired it, chat. Wow. That's really cool. They have really good customer service here, from what I'm seeing. Because they basically, I told them what happened. For those of you who are wondering, basically I was doing my thing at Crescent, and it wasn't calibrating. And I could not figure. Now this is their device. GhostStop makes these exclusively, and I just saw today that Kindred Spirits have started using this as well. I'm not going to say if they're using it properly or not, but I'm just going to go ahead and
hail to the king, baby.
Just going to keep that to myself. But anyway, but they said, do you have any video of it happening? And if you remember, I was struggling with it at Crescent because it wouldn't calibrate. And then I happened to be videotaping it, and sure enough, it wouldn't calibrate. So I actually caught it not calibrating, sent them the video, and they said, send it to us, and we'll let you know if it's a replace or a if it's a replace or a repair job. And they repaired it. So there you go. And that was within within a week and a half. They got it, they repaired it, sent it back within 24 to 48 hours. So I can't say a bad thing about their customer service. That's very nice. All right. Now here's the bigger stuff from GhostStop, and this is not a repair and replace. This is from the in-laws. This is from the in-laws. Hey, Panic, you're here for the unboxing. This arrived, just so you all know, chat. This is how much I love my chat. A lot of this gear arrived 2 days ago, and I have been sitting on this because I said I'm going to do an unboxing. Came all the way from New Zealand. No, it did not. Did not come all the way from New Zealand. The money did, but hey, how you doing there, Marv? Okay. So, this actually came from Florida. These guys are based out of Florida. GhostStop is based out of Florida. All right, so first off, because I'm buying so much stuff from them, I get another GhostStop keychain. This is Gus, everybody. This is Gus. And yes, I waited because I wanted to share this experience with everybody. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to pull out is this. So Phil had this. Phil had this at at Crescent, and I'm like, I need me this. So this is the Phasm. This is the Phasm Lite, and I can pull this out and I can whip it out and show it to you, chat. But this thing is fantastic. It's USB chargeable. It's USB chargeable. It is. Oh, and this was something Phil didn't even know about it. Phil didn't even know about this. This thing is magnetic. It's got magnets on the side. So literally, Phil was going into these places in Crescent and just going pop, right? And he was just popping this on there, and this thing has the ability of doing both infrared and UV lighting. So that's what, and this tiny little Phasm light could literally illuminate this entire studio. It's pretty freaking powerful. It's pretty freaking powerful, and I was really impressed with this performance. And I said I think I need to get me one of these. And Phil is even, as far as I know, Phil is even thinking about getting a second one of these. But it's basically a floodlight for infrared and for UV light, which is great because when you're working with full spectrum cameras, you want to be able to have enough infrared so that you can see whatever's moving in there. Preferably also so that you can see where you're moving. So that's one of the big things. There was a situation where I really could have used this, if not two of these. So Phil and I in Crescent, we went to this area that was once the cafeteria. Did I become an investigator for the gadgets? Wait until you see what I bought. Wait until you see what I bought. Because here's the big gadget. It's right in here. It's right in here. I have been eyeing this thing for quite some time. And one of the things I learned about ghost hunting, though, it is one of the most expensive hobbies in the world. All right. And with this device, you'll see why. So this is, let me make sure I get the name right of it. This is the GS2. This chat. And funny thing is, by the weekend, I may have another gadget to share with you guys. But hey, it's my birthday, right? It's my birthday. This is what I wanted to do for my birthday. But trying to explain especially to my mom. Well, my mom thinks my mom thinks I'm ridiculous, but at the same time, she also thinks it's kind of fun. Oh my God! It's also 3D printed. I just realized that this is also 3D printed. Wow! And I think this might be another Ghost Stop exclusive right here. So this is the GS2 laser grid system. Yes, Scott, it's a laser. That's right, Marv. I have a laser. And now, Marv, you need to find me a shark. I'm going to put this on its forehead. Do they not make a Ghostbusters Ghost Trap and Proton Pack? Fucking useless. You earned that one, Marv. You earned that one. You definitely earned that one. That's pretty awesome. Nicely done. All right. So this right here, chat, this is the GS2 laser grid system. And so what it does is, I am making the bold assumption that I think I have to... Would have helped if they had put some directions on this. Hold on. Because granted, I don't have to use it now, so I'm not necessarily... There is no tea, only soul. What a lovely singing voice you had there. You say Scott, but I hear Joker. Well, yeah. Same actor. Joker! I need you to pilot the Normandy to the next coordinates. And then I'm going to unleash my Geth with frickin' laser beams on their foreheads. But that's what this is. So this is a laser grid system. Basically, it projects a laser grid on and I'm gonna actually open this with my wife's with my wife's supervision, because obviously the laser comes from here, but this obviously has to come off. So I got to figure out how that comes off. So you'll notice that I can put it on a tripod if I want to. But this laser grid is very different because unlike other laser grids, which are a lot less expensive, this one has a readout. And if something breaks the grid, and that's what the laser grid is for. It's similar to when you're playing in Phasmo and you put up the laser dots, the DOTS or the dot system. If something breaks the grid, you see it. It bends the grid. It warps the grid. It does something like that. This goes a little further because this has motion sensors in it. And what this does is that on this grid system here, it will tell you on here where it detects some type of activity. It also does, as you can see up here, it can show you direction, and it can also show you how close or how far it is from the grid. But in here, they actually try to render whatever is inside that grid. So if I put my hand up there, you would actually see my hand in there, that kind of thing. It also offers up a little bit of telemetry down here, where the direction's coming from, that sort of thing. But this has been the big investment. This is the thing I wanted. I've been eyeballing this thing for months, and my New Zealand in-laws were very kind, and I said, okay, that's what I'm picking up. And I've got one more, and I still had some leftover money between my mom and my in-laws, and you clipped it. I love you. I love you so much, Spence. Don't think I'm asking for a lot here, Joker. I'm not asking for a lot. I just want my Normandy and Geths with laser beams on their forehead. Am I asking too much? Come on, throw me a bone here, people. All right. Happy birthday to me. So the funny thing is, though, chat, and this is what I find absolutely fascinating. In July, I started with this and a camera. A camera and an old H4n that I'm still getting a lot of great mileage out of. Now I've got this. I now have this. I now have this. I've got a body cam that I'm working now. Full spectrum body cam, also from Ghost Stop. I've got this power pack. I've got a power bank now. And if you're wondering, okay, well, what's T waiting on next? The last thing I got with my birthday money was right here. Let me just pull up Ghost Stop. I'm still kicking myself that I didn't figure out that was a play on GameStop until until last month. Pretty embarrassing. Okay. I'm also picking up this. So this is the next thing you'll see me unbox. Hopefully this weekend. I know. You're absolutely right. Podcasting and paranormal investigation, expensive hobbies, and it usually starts with one tiny little step. Next thing you know, wham. But that's the next thing I'm getting. This is called a Melmeter. And what apparently this is like a Swiss Army knife for ghost hunters, because it is a REM pod. It is also an EMF reader. It is also a temperature gauge. It's a lot of things all in one. And Phil said that would be nice to have in the arsenal. So I'm picking that up, which means that at the rate that I'm going right now, I have got to get myself a case. Because just throwing these in a backpack, I don't think is going to cut it anymore. Oh, no. Oh, I looked in the trap, Ray. This thing actually has a charge on it. Look at that. Okay. But just throwing these things in the backpack, I don't think are going to cut it anymore. So I'm going to definitely... I'm definitely going to have to start thinking about getting a case and Yo, by Frenzyfy. By Frenzyfy. Well, guess what, buddy? Here's the band hammer. Knock yourself out. But I do need to take a look and actually start, getting a case, getting a proper case. Now, Phil, good God, Phil was like, I don't think it wasn't by the first the first one. It was by the second or third investigation we went on, and this is something I figured out between me and Phil. We've gone on 5 investigations already, just between July and now, 5 investigations, and one of them was an overnight. I'm sorry, and one was a 12-hour investigation. So No, I did not auto ban that. I can tell you what I've done a little differently, Marv. One of the things I did differently was instead of using the chat window that is provided by Streamlabs, I went on ahead and put up the I did my chat window as a pop out from Twitch and put that in my third monitor, and that's mainly because, one, it gives me more control than the chat window that Streamlabs offers. Secondly, it's going to also let me know when people redeem stuff, because people have been redeeming channel points and I've been missing it. So I'm just like, okay, I think I need to figure out a different way. So again, being a streamer, I'm just trying out. Cloudbot can nuke them instantly. That's the only thing I changed recently. Okay. I'm either going to start looking deeper into I might look deeper into some other services, or I may just start looking harder into Stream Elements, because I know people have been swearing by Stream Elements of late. So yeah, this was a very nice birthday, and I got one more device incoming. And I've got, and now, that's of course the next big question. When's the next paranormal investigation? $1,000 question. We're not sure where we want to go just yet. I think it's going to be, we're probably setting our sights for December, because, it's the first week of November. I want to be able to promote it properly. And I also want to make sure that, along with promoting it, I also want to make sure that we plan for it properly. So I think at the rate that we're going, December is going to be it. Sorry, I'm moving stuff off the desk, obviously. Where we're going, we're still not sure. We're leaning towards a historic inn that used to be a Civil War hospital. It apparently has 2 haunted rooms and a haunted basement. And what I would like to do is actually reach out to these people, and instead of just going in under the guise of, oh, we're spending the night, derp, 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 derp. Unfortunately, not this go around, Panic. Unfortunately, no. But I think December we're going to definitely have some stuff going on with me and Phil and an investigation pending. I think we're leaning towards doing this historic inn, and we're going to be upfront about it. We're going to be like, look, we want to come here and we want to do an investigation. And if they say no, then we'll have our wives book a weekend, and then we'll just basically swap rooms during the entire event, just see what's going on. I'm also thinking that during December, it may be less traffic for one of these, for one of these particular historic things. No. I did not say we were swapping wives. I said we were swapping rooms. You want kinky, Marv? Check out the body pillows in the Mass Effect store from BioWare. Just saying. Yeah, you've seen some sexy waifu, but have you seen some sexy Garrus? I'm just asking. Anyway, Had to make it weird. Okay, so we're looking at that as a possibility for December. We are now I will say that we do have something on the books for March already. Phil and myself, we are hosting the Ghoulie Girls. And you know, they're currently live right now, but yeah, the Ghoulie Girls are making the trip up here to Virginia, and we are going to take the Ghoulie Girls. We are taking the Ghoulie Girls to Gettysburg, and we are going to do and we should be able to stream it, but we're going to do a live stream from the orphanage. And we're going to do the investigation that Phil and I had done earlier with our families. We're going to repeat that with the Ghoulie Girls, and we're going to call that event "Crossing the Streams." So it should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that. So there you go. There you go. Little unboxing action from Ghost Stop, and that's ghoststop.com.
Hail to the king, baby.
They have been producing stuff for Kindred Spirits, for Ghost Nation, for the Ghost Hunters, for Zach Baggins when he bothers to use them, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get some of this stuff in the field and start working with it. It's going to be a lot of fun. But speaking of fun, we are also going to go ahead and fire up the Wave Motion Machine, and we are going to get in a little bit of Mass Effect. All right. Which I kind of need after today. I had a very, not necessarily a bad day, but it got a little crazy. It got a little crazy. Are we doing this stop play thing again? Oh, come on. Let's try doing the restart. It says it's running though. That's the weird thing. All right, let's try this again. Is it running or isn't it running? Come on. It's doing something. Let me go ahead and keep the music going for at least. Doesn't really help that there's basically two launchers for the game. That's redonkulous. That is utterly redonkulous. A game should not have two separate launchers. You should just be able to launch the game and play it. Do not make me... Oh my god, really? Yeah, the Steam is saying that it's running it. Steam is saying it's running it, but Mass Effect is not launching. Which really is not a good look for Mass Effect, considering... Yeah, I get that too, but it's annoying AF. I don't want to start a stream only to do a restart on this thing. All right. Well, okay then. Looks like what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick... Okay, nobody go nowhere. I'm going to do a quick restart, and hopefully the restart will fix whatever's ailing Mass Effect. Be prepared for the camera to look kind of wonky because, yeah, reasons. All right. Sorry to do this to everybody. I will see you all in a minute or two. We'll be right back, and hopefully we will be right back with Mass Effect, and we will get back into it. All right. Sit tight, everybody. Be right back.